I'm gonna prepare my screen because I don't like this. New doc. Oops. Nope. Okay. Let me show you what I have. Okay, so, and I just did this for sample. Can you see those stitches here? Now, in order to get stitches brush detail, you do these detail last. You don't do it right away. I did it just to show it to you guys, that's all. And when I do it, I turn on Sculptis Pro. Otherwise, I have to increase my topology to be at least 1,000,000 polygon. Now, the other thing is, if I look at the insert brush, IMM brush, there's a zipper. Here we go. So on zipper, this is what I can do. Let me do just only that side. It's allow me to create a, oh, too far. Okay, so, my brush has to be smaller. And I'm gonna show you how to create this. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna start it. Here we go. Can you see? Can you see? You can create a zipper. Let me undo again. Not good. I should start it from there. And I can connect. Grabbing that. Stretching it. Here we go. Oh. I'm going to have to reduce the size of the brush, the curve, modify. I should go to stroke. One moment. Stroke, 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 right there. So now under curve, I can simplify that. Let's see, curve function, smooth. Here we go. I'm gonna smooth a lot. Let's do. Try to smooth it out. I can click to activate a little bit. Smooth it again. Okay. I think I stretched it too far. Let me move it back. Smooth, 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 smooth. Okay, I think I better to redraw it. Here we go. Well, you got an idea. So, and then let's say if we like this, we can just control click to convert it. Here we go. Come on. Okay. And we can separate this and remodify it. So that's the insert curve brush with insert object. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, and do that. So let's do a let me undo all of this. I should just turn off, don't save. Here we go. So let's do it together if you like. First, I'm going to show you how to create your own alpha now the alpha, let me create a sphere, TN, here we go. So now the sphere, let me load my preferences, load UI. Here we go. Okay, so I need to convert my sphere into polymesh by clicking that button. So now I'm gonna subdivide. Well, let's do Dynamesh, easier. Dynamesh, and I'm gonna add 600. No blur. Here we go. And then change my brush size, or X key, and soften quickly, smoothen it. Okay. So now I'm gonna change to standard brush. With the standard brush, stroke as a dot, you can change to drag, freehand, and spray. Now the drag will work well with any different type of alpha. Like for example, I'm gonna do this alpha. I'm gonna switch to drag. So basically you just, let me turn X off. You drag to create a sculpting surface based on your alpha, just like that. If I do a little higher, there we go. Can you see? So now I can change to freehand, and this is what you get. Can you see with the alpha? And also, we can make this as a curve brush. To make it is under stroke, so look at under stroke, drag this and drop it in. Here we go. And you can enable curve mode. So when you enable it, it's look like this. Here we go. And allow you to draw the curve. And right now my screen is not updating, so here we go. And I can turn on elastic too. So now we're going to work on our own alpha. So that's how you work with the alpha. Okay, and I can try spray. Let me turn off curve. Don't need it anymore. Here we go. So you spray it. You see? And you can try spray different pressure. So you get some lighter and heavier. Okay. So now, how do we create? Like for example, in our case, we're most likely gonna do stitch. Let me undo all of this. Okay, so now I switch to dot, and I'm gonna change. If you look at on the light box brush under alpha, there's some preset that has been created. Oh, not here. So gonna have to be brush and stitch brush right there. So let's try this one. Stitch one. Now when I drag, here we go. It looks like this. So basically, it's just changing the alpha. That's all. Now you could use Photoshop to do it, to do alpha. However, you can. It's better to do alpha on inside Maya software because you can get a little different of level of the sculpting better, so that you don't have to kind of make a guess that which one has to be 100%, 50% gray, or 75% gray, something like that. So now how can we do it though? In each alpha, you have a grab dock. You can import, you can export. For example, you can import a bitmap from Photoshop, or you can export these alpha and use as a backup so that you can import when you switch the computer and so on. So now, to work with alpha, it has to be square. So basically, let me turn this off, switch, clear the screen, and I'm going to change my document size. I'm going to turn off a proportion, and I'm going to use just only 600 pixel or something above 500 but less than 1,000 so that it fit on screen better. I click resize it. Yep. And now it's within here. This might be hard to see. Let me change my background. Here we go. Here we go. So that's the canvas in full size, 600 pixel by 600 pixel. So I'm going to start off with just use a plane, 2D plane, draw it, edit, and you can press F to fill. So now I'm going to create my own stitch. When I think about stitch, I look at on the model that I'm going to build for the jacket. It's actually because the puffy jacket, the stitch is just stitched to hold two sides together. So basically, it looked kind of like this. I'm going to change to regular brush, turn off alpha, and I'm going to create a creasing. So if I click, oh, I forgot. I got to make poly first, make poly mesh. Here we go. And the division right now is 2 less. So I need to increase. I'm going to click under geometry, divide. I'm going to go with 6/8. Let's do, I think if I can go more than that, I'll go 8. Really, really dense. So how big is this? Let's check. 16 million polygon. No, that's too much. Hold on. I mean, you can't. I'm going to delete higher. So only 7. And delete higher. Here we go. Okay. So now, sorry, I forgot. I'm going to use a DIGM standard brush. I wanted to cut through. So it has alpha. So now when I click and drag, it looks like this, right? If I want a straight line, I'm going to undo. I'm going to make size bigger. I hold Alt key. Oh, sorry. Click first and then hold Shift. You will get a some kind of lazy mouse, like straight line. Oops, sorry, wrong. One click, and then hold Shift right away. And you need to let go Shift. Keep the mouse holding, pressed. Here we go. Now, I can smooth this out a little bit. Just hold Shift and smooth. And it's just such a high res. Now, when I'm gonna really export this, I'm gonna have to zoom in so that the top and bottom line doesn't have a, because we have to think about tiling. So I'm gonna have to zoom in. Now, I'm gonna add a little subtle, oops, sorry, I forgot. Change that. I could change to alpha too if I want to. I think it's too much right there. Okay. I just want a little subtle, like not straight, so that looks a little more organic. Okay. And I'm gonna change to clay buildup. I'm gonna turn off alpha. Oh, clay buildup has alpha. I can try to change alpha too. Why not? Gonna punch a hole for the stitch. And then I'm gonna change clay buildup alpha. Here we go. click and hold shift and then let go shift so that I get a little straight line. Click, hold shift. There we go. So basically I kind of try to create a fake thread. Let's see. One more. Okay, so now I'm gonna smooth. And let me punch this hole a little bit. So that look a little more organic. I think that's too harsh. Okay, that's it. So now this can be my alpha now. So to create a alpha from here, I'm gonna switch to my standard brush, change to alpha, and click grab dog. Here we go. So now you get that alpha. So now, here we go. So when I draw, so doesn't look that good yet. There we go. I think my brush is so small. Here we go. And now the problem with this is I don't have enough segment. So I'm gonna clear the screen. I'm gonna use a different object. Sphere. T, F. And I'm gonna change this to data mesh. Let's do a little high, 600. Okay, let's see if we can see it. Oh, I forgot. Need to turn on CurveBrush. Here we go. It's not enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to turn on Sculptis Pro because otherwise I can't. Still not good. Come on. So not enough. Let me see. Okay, hold on. I think the resolution is still not mesh 600. How about double it? Okay. So I'm gonna change my document width size. So that is, here we go. And I'm gonna redraw it again. Come on, let me try. Okay guys, it's just not enough segment. Let me bring up the Sculptis Pro quick. Adaptive size, I want it to be a little higher. No, had to be lower. Stroke. 0.5. Almost. It's just not big enough. Well, basically I have to bring this even higher. How high should I go then? Geometry. How about 2000? Okay. And it's sometimes it's the system too. Here we go. I gotta spread them. Well, you can't really see the shape. I gotta do more. I gotta sculpt better form before I do that. Let's see if I have my here, the one that I just did. Did I do that? But that's how you do create your own alpha. Oh, I didn't copy it here. Sorry. So I can try. There we go. Not that good, just because of that. And now let me change to something else so that you can see. You already saw. Let me see. How about this alpha? Okay. Yep, you got an idea how to create your own brush. Okay. Somehow it doesn't show up on my correctly. The next things though, if you click on brush and press IM to isolate, can you see there's a zipper and there's another like insert belt, something like that? Let's try zipper this time. Here we go. So here we go. The brush size is so big. Now, how you accomplish this? To build this, you build one object here, and then the second object, this shape that can be tiled, and the third object close itself, so that now when it's tiling, it means you can stitch them together. Let's do something simple, just for example. And let me create a new switch. Okay. Control N. So I'm gonna use something simple like maybe, how about cube? How about cylinder? Draw it, enable, make as a poly mesh, turn on poly frame, and let me change the resolution. Initial, I'm gonna use a Q cylinder, so that's the shape. And let me deform a little bit. I'm gonna just, wrong brush, hold on. Oh, no. One moment. Let me clear the screen. Okay, let me do it again. Oh wait, let me do this one. Where's my... Oh, it doesn't save. Okay, never mind. I gotta do it again. Make poly and here we go. And then I'm gonna have to change the brush, otherwise I'm gonna have a trouble. So I'm gonna deform this a little bit. I'm gonna make the tip. Here we go. Okay, and I'm gonna split. Oh guys, by the way, I was wrong that you have to hold space bar. Actually in ZBrush, if you right click just like Maya software to the certain component, you will be able to get into a pops up menu. I'm gonna use multiple, and then when I started to click, oh, I forgot, I don't need to use multiple actually. This is good. So how about there? One more. Here we go. And let me make the shape a little bigger. So let me go to face, Q mesh. No, I want extrude. And here we go. So I'm gonna hold control. Sorry. So let me change the brush size smaller. Here we go. And I'm going to do Alt click to specify the face I want to extrude. Alt click, and now I can extrude a little bit. Here we go. Okay, so now we can create a curved brush that has the tip and the bottom. Now to do that, you have to have 3 pieces. They call a tri-curve brush. So I'm going to Control W. 3 pieces, it has to be a different polygroup. So if I turn on polygroup here, let me hide top part. I'm going to do polygroup, not auto group, sorry. Group visible, and then I'm going to hide this section and group visible again. Here we go. So now when I show all, can you see the 3 group? And now this we can create a curved brush. So let's go to the brush. I'm going to bring brush in here. Okay. And under create, I'm going to create insert mesh brush. Create insert mesh. Now I'm going to put a new one so that I have this set, and I can add more appended to here. If you remember the fundamental, 3D fundamental, we did a little bit on here. So now I got that ready, and I'm going to go to create a sphere. Oops, no. To sphere. Okay. And on sphere, I need to make polymesh. So right now I'm on there. There you go. So when I draw, look like this. Can you see? So now I could make these going deeper on the surface. Under brush. Okay. Depth. There you go. Right now it's float. I can go about halfway. Here we go. Can you see? Now, if I wanted to create as a small brush, as a curved brush, so that I can draw it. So to do that, we need to go to stroke. Let me close the brush. Stroke and curve, enable curve mode. We want blended, but snap means snap to the surface here. We can turn it off later. So now when I draw, it looks like this. Can you see? So I got tip and the base, and in between, at the moment they are not stitches yet. We need to stitch them. So to do that, you go back to a brush again. Where's my brush? Under brush and under modify, here we go. Try parts, because we have 3 groups. Automatically turn on. We turn on wheel point, and then I'm gonna click to active. Oh, let me do it again. There we go. Uh-oh, hold on. Why is wheeled incorrectly? Let me turn on stitch to overlap, projection strength. Hey guys, sorry, something happened on my, okay, when it's wheel, it looked like this. It should not. I think, let's see, intensity, map blend, curve rest, constant till. No. Projection strength. I think I might have to work on, let's see, the T position, amperature L, T. What caused that to wield incorrectly? It could be my model, so it shouldn't. Let's see, aperture. Maybe let me try strength, aperture, orientation. Let's do max blend to 10. Oh, sorry. No. It somehow merged my topology, merged my all four. No. The threshold is too close. No. Oh, come on. I'm going somewhere else. My brush right there, insert mask. Something not right. Projection strength, constant 2. Oh guys, I apologize. I do not know what caused this on my brush. We do not need to separate them. So it shouldn't be like that when it's wielded. Yep, that's incorrect. What caused that? Wielding. Let me go back to. Let's turn off snap. See that snap. Blend, liquid, curve step. No. Modifier, brush modifier, strength modifier. Let's do part 1. Okay, let's do. How about 5? Nope. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to get back on here later. I apologize. I don't know why it doesn't do like it's supposed to do. It could be when I do 2, 3. Let me try again. It shouldn't do that. Let me try cube. Make polymesh. Cube. Okay, let me try again. This time, let me separate it, see if it works. I can hold Control and duplicate. Control, duplicate. Okay. So, and then I can do Control click. Sorry. What am I doing? Let me do auto polygroup quick. Polygroup auto. Here we go. So now Control Shift click. Here we go. And I'm gonna remove the face between and make it separate. See if this time would work. I'm gonna delete and flat island right there. Control click to bring it back. Oops. There we go. Control Shift click to hide. This one will have to delete top and bottom. Let's try to separate them, see if it will be better. So now let me mold this shape a little bit so that they look slightly bit different. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna do the same. Brush and create insert brush. Here we go. I'm gonna have to create new again because I didn't set my upper there. And sphere, make polymesh. Let me control D. Oop. Yeah. Did I make polymesh? Here we go. Okay. So now I'm gonna do that. Go to brush. Go to stroke. Turn on curve mode. Leave that on. And then modifier. Let's draw this first. Here we go. Okay. So now let's turn that on. So it should work from the first one, guys. So now when you do it, you probably have to do this way. I don't know why the first one doesn't work. Somehow when we really split them, it's wheeled correctly. If they are in the single surface, even though it has a different type of poly group, it doesn't wheel correctly. I do not know why. It's supposed to work. So you have to do this way. And now, once again, if I play around with the depth, here we go, I can make it really lower. Oh, that's too low. Here we go. So now, let's say if I like it, I just do click on the surface to get off from the mesh, from the curve mode. Right now, they are in the same tool, subtool, but they are not a single object. So I don't want this part. I'm gonna keep. I don't want that one because that one, when I redynamesh, it's gonna be it's gonna create an incorrect surface. So I'm gonna separate them temporarily. Let's unmask and split two part. Click OK, and now solo is on. I'm gonna remove. Let me alt click. See which one is it? Oh. Alt click that one. Oh, they're all separate. Okay, that's a lot of work. So we're gonna delete that. Delete it. Delete. And you don't merge them if you wanted to edit more shape. You merge them when you're ready to make all the surface become a single object. Like for example, if I wanted to modify this a little bit, let's say I'm gonna switch to there, change the orientation, and I'm gonna just push this in a little bit, stuff like that. And now I'm gonna merge all of them back. Merge down, merge down, merge down. And now I can redynamesh this. So geometry, let's do a little higher, 600. Turn off blur. Let's turn on a little bit of blur this time. There we go. And now they are become a one object. And then you can touch up whatever you need to do. So if I can, let's do that. So that's it. Okay, I shouldn't do anything more. It's getting done. So now you get an idea. So you could get a, if you wanted to do like a rivet on the jacket, you might need to look at on the insert brush. It might have something already. Unless you wanted to, you press I, and right here, part, something like this you can use. I don't know, maybe that one. There you go. And then you redynamesh them. Now, If it's too high, you just go to a under stroke, under brush depth. Can put it, so now that's too deep. Here we go. And you can build this on your own, and then you just go to brush and create brush, and under create insert brush. So you can use as an individual, or you can use as a curve brush. Any questions, guys? I know I was a little confused because of the first one, it didn't work. Any questions? Are you guys, will you guys be able to do by yourself if you need one? Like button and things like that. And you know, like especially robot, you probably have a lot of things like that. Now, you can create your own tool, exactly same technique. So now the other thing is, let me turn this as a curve. You could turn off snap. Now you can draw outside of the surface. And then if you move your cursor over it, you can change the direction. So something like that. Now, this section already has snap. So, okay. And it's not perfect when you're using a curved brush because they're kind of freehand. So when it's freehand, it's going to be a little hard for you. Hey guys, can you see? When I wanted to line up again, I enable snap and move. It's going to be a little hard to move the curve around, but you can't. Just take your time. And sometime you could go to a under curve function. Use smooth to help to smooth the curve out. And that's it. So, all right, that's it. I'm gonna stop.